Goo-won and Do-Hee's fates finally ended in episode 15 of My Demon. The recently concluded episode 15 was such a sad episode, as our favorite demon couple didn't have any moments for themselves. Instead, viewers were left with a sad, tear-jerking ending. The episode makes us more anxious, as our hope for a happy ending becomes a little bit elusive. However, hopefully, Do-Hee's determination and wish, as seen in the preview for the grand finale, will yield a happy ending for our demon couple. More sad is the fact that there's only one more episode left. My Demon has been such an entertaining drama since it premiered on our screens. Do-Hee and Goo-won's story and love have been the delight of many viewers for weeks now. Many of us have been hooked on the drama to find out how Do-Hee and Goo-won's story will end. With the ending of the recently concluded episode, and Goo-won's disappearance, the ending has become more uncertain. Do-Hee and Goo-won went through love angst in the recently concluded episode, as they both longed for one another. Despite their separation, Goo-won hovered around Do-Hee and cared for her. As suspected, Suk-min survived his fall in episode 14. Who would have thought that he could survive such a fall? He went further to mar his face so Goo-won wouldn't be able to find him. His fixation on revenge and sense of entitlement is a disease at this point. In the preview for the grand finale, he can be seen locked up behind bars, where he belongs. What's more, Do-Hee finally found out that she was Goo-won's love, Wol-sim, in her past life. Given all they've been through, they deserve a happy ending. At the end of the preview for the finale, she can be seen making a wish. I believe this will impact their story in the end. If you are curious about the next episode, I've got you covered. We might not know everything that may happen in episode 16, but the preview for the next episode left some clues as to what will happen. That's why today, I am going to talk about what will possibly happen in episode 16 of My Demon based on the hints and previews provided in the just concluded episode 15. Stick to the end of the video for what to expect and the episode 16 preview. But first, be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell to be among the first to see our content. If you're like the rest of the viewers, you must have been on the edge of your seat after such an ending. The recently concluded episode 15 was draining. However, we could see the writer gradually wrapping up some ends. Despite its tear-jerking ending, I'm inclined to think that Do-Hee and Goo-won will have a happy ending. Goo-won thought he was doing what was best for Do-Hee by leaving her. However, their suffering without one another was almost painful to watch. I guess they have to go through these to find their happily ever after. I wonder how they thought they could move on without each other. Goo-won took care of Do-Hee from afar. It must have been painful to be so close, but yet so far. He handed over the seat of his foundation to Bak-gyu. Bak-gyu has been consistent throughout the series, and deserves his happiness with Do-Jung. These two are a perfect match, as they complement one another. To handle her heartbreak, Do-Hee buried herself in her work. She even expanded her company into America, and made an appeal to overturn Suk-min's order on Madame Ju's compensation foundation. However, not even her work could take her mind off missing Goo-won. This led her to the foundation, where Bak-gyu gave her the cross necklace. Who would have guessed that Goo-won had also been Do-Hee's salvation in the past? After the death of her friend, she had planned to kill herself, but Goo-won seemed to turn up whenever she tried. He gave her her life back, by giving her a reason to live. The reason why Goo-won had been unable to remember her became clear in the recently concluded episode. Do-Hee, as Wholesome, had prayed that E's son, Goo-won, would forget her, so he wouldn't live with the pain of her death. Like I said earlier, these two deserve a happy ending this time. Who else will ride with me to the writer's house if they are denied a happy ending? What a twist that Suk-min survived such a fall. He really is the devil. He went to such lengths to make sure that Goo-won wouldn't find him. I wonder what gave him the courage to think he could defeat a demon. Kidnapping Do-Hee to lure Goo-won was a smart move on his part. I wonder what will happen, as he cut the cross and it was mixed with Do-Hee's blood. Another thing that made no sense was Do-Hee taking the bullet for Goo-won. I mean, Goo-won is a demon. Surely, the bullet wouldn't have killed him. I screamed when Do-Hee made the reflex decision to take the bullet for him. Because of this, he gave his life to her. If you recall, I mentioned being uncomfortable with the Catholic intonation and the depletion of God. However, this scene brought things into perspective. When he said that prayer before giving his life to Do-Hee, I became almost certain that they would have a happy ending. In the end, he acknowledged God and bowed in submission. What's more, for a happy ending, they both have to be humans or demons together. With his sacrifice, maybe he will be given another chance as a human. In the preview, Suk-nyo can be seen in thoughts over his decision. I think she will come through for them in the end. Do-Hee can be seen devastated over the loss of Goo-won. This is bound to break her to some extent. How she cried when he disappeared brought tears to my eyes. I felt her loss on my screen. However, somehow, it looks like she will find the strength to move on. She can be seen back in Myri Group as the chairwoman, fulfilling Madame Ju's wish. Suk-min can be seen in jail, where he belongs. Death would have been an easy escape for the coward. Fortunately, Do-Hee was able to get Goo-won to back down from killing him. Had Goo-won killed him, as he wanted, their chance for a happy ending would have died with Suk-min, as this is against the rule. Suk-on seems to have no touch with reality. I can't believe she still has her eyes on the chair after all that has happened. Above all, she's incapable of handling such a position. Suk-hoon deserves his flowers for being there for Do-Hee, when she was going through separation from Goo-won. Star Jean finally bowed out and made peace with herself. What's more, the underdogs are still waiting for their master, after Goo-won left without saying goodbye. At the end of the preview, Do-Hee can be seen back at the shore, where they first realized that Goo-won's tattoo had been transferred to her. She can be heard trying to make a wish and a deal. Hopefully, our demon couple will find their happily ever after in the end. Do you think they will have a happy ending? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this content, give it a like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.